Welcome back. 8:42 the time. A North Carolina Supreme Court ruling is putting an apparent end to a 32-year-old court case aimed at ensuring students can get a basic education. Thursday, the Republican majority justices overturned the High Court's 2022 ruling in the Leandro case when the court had a Democratic majority.
It gave judges authority to force state officials to put more money into school funding to ensure children in underserved areas would be educated. The Leandro case led the state to put more than $5 billion of additional funds into elementary and secondary education since 1994.
We know that disparity exists in terms of making sure those students in our rural communities get the resources they need in comparison to some of our students in larger urban school districts.
Republicans in the General Assembly are calling Thursday's ruling a win for the state.
In a statement, State Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger says liberal special interests have tried to hijack lawmakers' decision to impose their policies for decades. He went on to say that the ruling confirms that proper policy making should be handled by the General Assembly.
All right, joining us now, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Khalif, even the late, great James Ferguson was talking about this as a landmark case. Take us back a little bit in time. How did we get here?
Julian, you're all over it. I didn't know you were going to ask that, but when I was the chair of the Black Political Caucus, we brought Fergie in to do a session on this specific case to walk the whole general body through how we got here. So I'll try to do my best impersonation of him with all due respect to one of the greatest attorneys to ever come out of this state. But I'll give you a couple numbers to put perspective of what happened. 32, that's the number of years that North Carolina has struggled to define what it means when the state constitution says equal opportunity shall be provided for all students. You mentioned it in the intro, that sound basic education. 5, that's the number of rural counties that filed a lawsuit. Hoke, Halifax, Robeson, Rob Vance, and Cumberland. 7, that's 1 chief and 6 associate justices that serve on our North Carolina Supreme Court. 1997 and 2004, unanimously, they all agreed that every student in our state deserves a sound basic education. At the time, they gave a special judge to oversee it. That was a judge out of Wake County, Judge Manning. 4 judges after him oversaw it. 1 judge died. Judge Manning retired based on health. There were a number of things that happened in this case with judges overseeing it. 20, on the 20th anniversary, Judge Roy Cooper decided that, hey, we're going to stop fighting this decision and we're going to work with what the courts have recognized. And so they adopted and grabbed a company called West Ed. West Ed did a comprehensive plan and review called the Comprehensive Remediation Plan and said 5.6 billion with the B was needed for our state to make sure they could take care of the sound basic education for students. And this is when I think the case started to shift. 1.7, that's billion with a B as well. A judge, Judge Lee, who took over for Judge Manning, said that, listen, you guys have to fund this. You decided that you're going to pick West Ed. Now go ahead and fund it with some actual dollars. We don't have the 5.6 billion, but you guys are required to give the 1.7 billion. And this is where this General Assembly started to push back. The GOP says, hey, you don't have authority to tell us that we have to cut a check for $1.7 billion. And that's where the additional lawsuit started coming in. 2-1, that's a decision where the Court of Appeals agreed with the GOP and said, listen, you can't tell them what to do. You can't tell them that they have to cut the check. 2022, 4-3, North Carolina Supreme Court overrides that decision and says, well, actually, General Assembly, you do have to cut the check. And that's how we get here with this new rendition of the Supreme Court in November of 2022, when they shift the majority from Democratic to Republican. They listen to this case again, and as we just mentioned in the intro, 4-3, Supreme Court now overrules their own unanimous decisions twice, and then throws out Leandro's plan, throws out all prior case decisions, and dismisses the case with prejudice.
Governor Josh Stein not happy about this. He says the General Assembly, quote, the General Assembly has dropped North Carolina now to 49th in the country in per pupil investment and has now made teachers among the worst paid in the nation. So now that the courts are kind of out of the picture, does the governor have different tools with legislature to try to change something? Because if this is dismissed on prejudice, you can't refile, right?
Yes, you can't refile, but that doesn't stop. Those 5 counties can't refile the same issue.
Right.
But the same issue still is there. And so I'll go back to a couple of things. While Governor Cooper, when he was in place, agreed to work with West Ed and attempting to try to figure out how they solve this issue, right? And before that, Governor Stein, Berger, and Speaker Destin Hall came together in March of this year and created some united coalition, bipartisan coalition, to try to address the very issue. But you're saying that the courts are now out of the way. What can be done? The Court of Appeals and Judge Jefferson Griffin, not sure if you guys remember that name, but that's an individual that was running for our Supreme Court, lost on the votes, wanted to get the recounts. In his decision in the Court of Appeals, he was on the bench. He says the separation of power clause prevents the courts from stepping into the shoes of other branches of government and assuming their constitutional rules. He said, we pronounce our judgment. If the other branches of government still ignore it, the remedy lies not with the courts, but at the ballot box. So to your question, he's saying we can't force them to do it. The courts are going to step out of the way. General Assembly, do your job. And if you don't do your job, the ballot box is there for the voters. And so that is the next step.
And for some perspective, there's all these fightings and overturning and judges deciding these things. What's actually happening with the funding for students in these underserved areas?
Well, I mean, it got diminished down. So let me go back to some of those numbers. 5.6, 1.7. The next judge that saw it after Judge Lee passed away, took that number down to 677 million. Nothing. None of those numbers have got delivered to our students. And as Governor Stein said, at this moment, we are trending lower in terms of going in the direction we needed to. In terms of a sound basic education, what does that look like? With the recommendation from West Ed, it said it looks like it's educated teachers, qualified teachers, classrooms that have books in them. I mean, this was at the time when we were still using books. That's how far ago this opinion was. So now classrooms that have access to teachers that know how to make sure our students aren't 49th out of 50th.
And look, we have 32 years of a case here that we're trying to get through, so we're not going to end the conversation here. You give us 20 more minutes, we're going to have Khalif back to finish to talk about, Leandro, a landmark case that was just rolled on here in North Carolina. Khalif, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.